And we are back here. Our next guest has a creative eye and a profound vision for storytelling through documentaries and films. His most recent project is a mental health documentary titled The S Project, Sincerely. Joining us now to tell us a little bit more is filmmaker and director Heman Armstrong, and good to have you.
Going good.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So,
Appreciate it.
I want to talk a little bit about the fact of you take your work and you engage in filmmaking,
Right.
but you really have a strong focus on mental health, which is
Right.
a real problem plaguing America today. So
Yeah.
give us a little bit about, first of all, your project.
Yeah, so the project, the S Project, Sincerely, originally it was supposed to name just Sincerely, but I just wanted to focus on key words that deals with S, like surviving and like scenes. So I have like movie scenes within the documentary. The S Project came about because I had encountered, well, I didn't know exactly what it was at the time being, but when I graduated from college, I fell into post-grad depression, and I wasn't sure what was going on. But usually when I'm dealing with stuff, like I always try to channel it within my visual art. So I took the time out and I met up with a friend and we spoke about it, and I was just like, hey, I want to talk about mental health. I'm not sure what this is, but I need to do more research. So I realized that a lot of like college students and youth is not really educated on mental health at all. Or if they are educated, they don't know a lot of information on it. So I decided to create a documentary that focuses primarily on mental health and youth that's in college working on their careers.
Talk to me. You got your cousins together. You shot something called Cops and Robbers?
Yeah, I got my cousin together when I was, I think, 7th grade, and shot a backyard like short film called it's called Gun Down 519. I don't know what I was thinking, but
Right.
yeah, I got them together and I shot a little, I don't know what it's called, like it was something.
Mini doc.
And then I showed like my family, and they was like, oh my gosh, like you're really into this. And then from there, I went to film camp. Well, it was like this program that had a film program in it, and I fell in love with film. I was like, yeah, I really want to do this.
Right.
So yeah, that was the first film I ever made.
And the reason I say that is because you start off with real simple films like Cops and Robbers with family in the back, right? Then you go and you're at the place now where you're really talking about some real serious, some real serious issues. What's the message that you want people to take away from now taking a look at this documentary?
The message that mental health is, because it's really like cliche within and very taboo within our community, and I wanted people to realize that it's something more serious than, because a lot of people like to say, oh well, you have mental health or you have a illness. Like they have this negative stigma behind having like a mental illness. So I wanted people to take away that it's normal to have a condition. Well, I can't say a condition, but it's normal to deal with mental health on a regular basis, and don't feel like you're alone by yourself. That's the message I wanted.
And you talked about your situation post-graduation.
Yeah.
What was that like, and what were you feeling?
Oh, you know what's crazy? Like, people ask me, like, what were you feeling? I'm just like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling. It's a feeling that you cannot explain. And a lot of people that deal with that knows exactly what I'm talking about. You're very, you isolate yourself automatically. And then you try to put on this facade, like, oh, I'm good. And it eats you alive.
Right,
So
right.
it's really hard to like deal with when I went through like my post-grad depression. Because I did experience some sort of depression back in November of 2016 when I was in school, and the workload, it got a little
rough.
yeah.
Ain't high school no more, right?
Yeah, right. And then like that's when I realized that I did have some sort of depression, but it went away so fast. And then when it came back in the summer after I graduated, I was like, whoa, like this is really something. Let me look more into it.
So talk about future real quick. Where do you see your future going with what you got going and what you got coming up?
My future. I don't know. I'm just going with the
Going with the
vibe.
flow.
Yeah.
So for now, somebody wants to see the S Project.
Yeah, they can go check out the S Project underneath my YouTube channel, Heman Production. You could type in the S Project on YouTube, Heman Armstrong, and it should pop up. Yeah.
Proud of your work, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah. And I mean, listen, when we talk about it, it starts off with, you know, a little something called Cops and Robbers, you know, filming some family in the background.
Right.
Then all of a sudden you get to a place where you're really in a full-fledged project,
Right.
tackling the issue of mental health. Is there any other issues that you feel like, hey, you know, I think I'm going to use my work to kind of tackle going forward?
Oh, yeah. I actually want to focus on relationships in your early 20s. I want to focus on a project within that. Because there's this idea of, oh, like, you should be like this when you're in your 20s so that by 25 you should be doing this, and then by 30 you should be doing that. And relationships when you're so young, it can interfere with your focus on your academics and your career goals. So I really want to focus on that a little bit as well. Yeah.
Well, good. We want to make sure people get an opportunity to check it out. As you said, you can go to the YouTube channel and check out Heman's work there, and Heman Armstrong. You go to the website, and there it is at the bottom of the screen. Of course, you can tap into him, and your shirt says Creative Director.
Creative Director.
That's it. So keep the creative juices flowing.
All right, man.
Thank you so much
Appreciate
for
it.
joining us, Heman Armstrong. Listen, taking a quick break. When we come back, we do have more shows, so stay with us. We're coming right back in a few, more open in a minute.